Hey, good morning. It is Friday morning, December 9th, 2016, Friday, and this is the Friday video. We're going to talk this week about arrangements and how a good arrangement can do most of your mixing for you. I was recording a song the other day. Every now and again I like to, instead of recording my own songs, I like to record a cover, maybe a song that I grew up with that I really like. And the good thing about that is that when you record your own songs, you tend to kind of go from your own, toolbox, if you know what I mean. If you record somebody else's song, then you're forced to know new chords and maybe new keys and things like that. So I was recording a song the other day. You probably recognize this song. The Doobie Brothers, Taking It to the Streets. Now, I grew up with Doobie Brothers. I love the Doobie Brothers. I never got to work with them. That would have been a really cool thing to do. But in terms of how this arrangement, when you actually record it yourself, you realize how brilliant this arrangement is. Everything has a little space temporarily across time, so that you notice the first chord comes in on the 1, and then the bass comes in on the 2. And then ba 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 gum gum ga dum dum ga, like that. As a kick drum and a snare drum comes in there. So everything has its turn. So the chord bass, or even the snap of the bass comes in with the snare drum, and then it goes back on the 1, the chord. So it's the chord, bass, dum dum ba. And to give you an example, I just put together a quick arrangement here. I haven't mixed anything, haven't EQ'd anything, haven't affected anything, haven't done any dynamics. On the guitar there's some effect already because it's going through an effect board. But other than that, I mean, everything is just, I just played it, and it sounds pretty decent straight away. Organ in there. Even like an arpeggiated organ there, put there. And then everything drops out because the vocal comes in right here, right? I was raised here in this living hell. It's 9 o'clock in the morning, so give me a break on my vocals, okay? So, but you get the idea, is that I haven't really done much of anything with mixing, but the song is almost done in and of itself because the arrangement is really good. So what I encourage you to do is go out and start thinking about some of the songs that you grew up with, that you love to record. And if you don't know the chords or things like that, jump on YouTube. There's some kid in the basement who will teach you the chords and to those songs. And then put that together. And what you'll end up realizing is that these great songs have great arrangements. And through great arrangements, you end up having, really good mixes. Mixes that you don't have to fight. If you're recording your own song and you haven't really given much thought to arrangements, things tend to step on each other's toes, and you have to do all this manipulation to try and fit everything in well. So, I mean, this will be a short video, but just think about that. There's lots of ways to arrange a song. Start studying the great arrangements, and you'll realize that there are places for everything. And if there are times when everything comes together, then that's normally because they're stacked on top of each other, and then at that time they all do want to be stepping on each other's toes all at the same time, if you know what I mean. So either things are taking turns, or else they're just mashing on top of each other to hit that phrase. And if that's happening, make sure that's really tight. What was it? I was thinking the other day, Back in Black, AC/DC. Listen to that in terms of everything just well, actually, there's both things. Things are stacked on top of each other, and then there's also space. They go down, da da la, da da la, So everything takes turn, but all of that stuff is really, really tight. So learn about arrangements, and it'll really, really help your mix without even really kind of thinking about it. Actually, speaking about mixing, I have several masterclasses. I have one on EQ, one on compression, limiters and gates, have a new one on vocals. So that's really good if you realize you can get a voice like mine into some of the examples. Anyway, go to the website underneath premium training, and you'll see some examples of how this very average voice ends up being, works out really great in a mix if you know the right tricks. But another one I've been thinking of doing is in mixing, and I think I'm going to do that over the winter period here in the Northern Hemisphere anyway. It's freezing up here, by the way, freezing. I'm so jealous of what's going on down in Australia with your summer. But what I've been thinking of doing is reaching out to you guys, and I want to have some examples of songs to mix. So I'll probably put out an email in the next, I don't know, maybe month or so, something like that, requesting people to send in their files for me to mix, and that way, maybe your mix could be chosen to be in the masterclass in mixing, because it's a big subject, mixing, and I'd really love to get it done. Anyway, that's this week's video. I will see you next week. Make it a great weekend. Ciao for now.